Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell, and like this video. That helps me to keep making videos. I'd appreciate it majorly. So, there were several things revealed today in court in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking bail hearing, where his bail was supposed to be decided today. Now it seems as though Thursday the judge will make his decision. Likely or probably, the judge said. So we'll wait and see what happens on Thursday. However, basically, I know that, it's interesting. I've already said this, and I don't want to repeat myself over and over, that Andrew McCarthy, the former assistant U.S. attorney in the Southern District of New York, very prominent columnist. He has his own podcast. He's on National Review. He was on Rush Limbaugh today, talking specifically about this. It's just hilarious how basically advocates of Trump, Rush Limbaugh was totally, lining up with the defense counsel for Jeffrey Epstein. Totally, and it's just hilarious, man. So, it's just this is the world we live in. But I'll just keep talking about it. So, but another thing that was revealed in this article here, and it's very interesting for sure. This is precisely 100% why Trump tweeted what he tweeted yesterday morning about the progressive Democratic congressmen and go back to the countries that you came from, your origin of countries, whatever. That's why he tweeted about that. That's why he tweeted that, was because so that people weren't paying attention to this, to change, so that all news would be focused on that and not be focusing on this. Totally, But like I said, and this is the world we live in, and but I'll keep talking about it. So, Jeffrey Epstein's attorneys, his lead attorney Martin Weinberg, which I'm sure is an absolute very good attorney, and he in court today he listed other U.S. attorneys that were part of the 2008 plea agreement, the non-prosecution plea agreement that Jeffrey Epstein got, that allowed him to get just 13 months and not face federal charges. The 13 months were done in a municipal jail, I guess in Palm Beach, where he was able to, it was a work release. He left 6 out of the 7 days a week, 8 to 10 hours a day, basically slept there. Whatever. But it's interesting that 5 of the attorneys that Epstein named in court, and his justification for this was basically saying that many of them are in the federal government right now. Okay, they're in Trump's administration. In fact, 1, 2, 3 of them are in Trump's administration. And that doesn't include Alexander Acosta, who Trump named as his labor secretary. The coincidences, the odds of, why he named these people to his very high-level posts within his government, including Alexander Acosta, for people who are Trump supporters who want to pretend like there's nothing there, are totally full of shit. And that's just, that's just plain as day. But whatever, So, but the case Weinstein was making is that, these people are part of the federal government, and some of them are today. And so, the entire federal government was part of this deal, basically, and making the case that this is double jeopardy and it's a do-over. And so they're gonna ask for a dismissal on Thursday, and we'll see. Andrew McCarthy was saying today on Rush Limbaugh, and Rush Limbaugh was right there with him, in agreement with him, wanting him to say that this is double jeopardy, wanting this to be dismissed. Rush Limbaugh and Andrew McCarthy. Why? Because apparently they see it as bad for Trump. Okay? Is there any other reason? So, but the five attorneys, we'll just go through them that he named: Sigal Mandelker, John Roth, Alice Fisher, Mark Phillip, and Jeffrey Solomon. The last two, Mark Phillip and Jeffrey Solomon, are in private practice, so I won't even bother talking about them. Sigal Mandelker She was actually nominated by Trump in 2017. Okay, and she's in the Department of Treasury. She's, very high up in the Department of Treasury. She's the third, third in command, I guess. I'm fairly certain that these are, listed in order of, seniority, in terms of chain of command. And she's not the deputy secretary, but she's the undersecretary for terrorism and financial intelligence, Sigal Mandelker. That's her right there. And she was nominated by Trump. She took that post in 2017. I don't know if these were all the U.S. attorneys involved in the case, or if he just chose these 5 names to pull up. But out of the 5 names, you have, including Alexander Acosta, so call it, out of the 6 people involved in this case, half of them were either became part of Trump's government administration, or and one was offered a big job, huge job. Okay. It's totally crazy, man. This is humongous, and the scandal is not nearly a good enough word. I don't know the word. It's freaking scary, and so that's her, and I don't need to go into the particulars, but and people are going to ask. I would hope, but the Democrats, they got dirt under their fingernails big time. So a lot of people probably just want this to go away. It's terrible. Sigal Mandelker, she's the undersecretary for the Department of Treasury, and it's a little bit more specific. I already went over that. John Roth, he's part of the he's the Inspector General for the Department of Homeland Security, but he's been in the U.S. government. He was nominated by Obama, and but he's been the Inspector General for the Department of Homeland Security since 2014. And like I said, he was nominated by Obama. The other one is Alice Fisher, who's not is not a part of the federal government, but she was looked at as a potential replacement to run the FBI, replace Comey when Trump fired Comey. Okay? This is so crazy, dude. This is exactly why Trump tweeted what he tweeted yesterday morning. Totally. All this stuff. So, Alice Fisher, the former assistant U.S. Attorney General, who is now a managing partner of Latham and Watkins LLP, was also dragged into the case. Fisher was considered to be the head of the FBI by Donald Trump. Democrats will want to know why they backed away from the 53-page indictment drawn up by prosecutors based on the evidence of the 34 victims. The scandal has already claimed the head of Alexander Acosta, the former Florida U.S. attorney, who last week quit as Donald Trump's labor secretary. Epstein's attorney told Manhattan federal court that during 2008 there were discussions with prosecutors from the Attorney General's office and the Southern District of Florida about the plea deal. Among them was Mandelker, who at the time was the Deputy Assistant Attorney General in the Criminal Division of the Department of Justice. Weinberg also dragged Alice Fisher into the case. She was an Assistant U.S. Attorney General who is now managing partner of, like I said, the second largest law firm in the city. I think that's in Washington. That's a Washington, D.C. law firm. Fisher was considered to head up the FBI by Donald Trump when he fired James Comey, and has been named one of the most powerful lawyers in the country. That's Alice Fisher. This person who, and my guess is she turned it down. That would be my guess, not the other way around. But I have no idea. So that's the story there, man. That is the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.